Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Finca, southern Spain. For those of you who are new to the channel, oh, by the way, we hope you had a fantastic Christmas, by the way.
We had a lovely time.
We did, we had a nice bit of a rest. And for those that are new to the channel, we're in the old Hay Loft. This used to be a hay loft, but we're actually going to put some befores and afters.
Yeah, as it's coming towards the end of the year, we thought we'd perhaps show you how far we've come in the last year. So the befores and afters of this place. So Andy will put that up.
We'll have a look, see what we can find anyway. So, but yeah, it's nearly there actually. Those that are new to the channel, we're actually doing. This is an old hay loft. It used to be two separate rooms with a wall, a solid wall in the middle there, which we had to knock through a stone wall. That was fun. Unfortunately, we weren't recording on the channel at this point when we did all the structural work. But there's lots more to come because this is just going to be a little one-bedroom, self-contained apartment. But we've got the rest of the Finca to do as well. So there'll be lots more knocking things through and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, but we're nearly there. We're converting this into a nice, cosy, comfortable place that we can live in while we work on the rest of the place. It was the easiest, fastest way to do it. It's still a building site, but
it's still a building site and it's still evolving.
Yes.
Is the word. As I say, we had a lovely Christmas day. We managed to get our table up here. The original plan was to have this dining table underneath the window, which you won't be able to see from there.
But we'll show you in a minute.
Looking out onto the mountains. Great idea. However, it would have been very difficult to reach over the table to open the window, to open the shutters in the morning. So I had to have a bit of a rethink. So we decided we'd put it here. This was where we were going to have our two comfy armchairs in front of the fire, little coffee table maybe, put our drinks on. Again, after spending Christmas Day in here,
it worked so well, didn't it?
It worked so well. In the evening we like to watch YouTube on our laptop, which sat here perfectly. So we thought, well, why bring the chairs up? It's going to take up so much room.
We've never been people for sitting in chairs. We've always, for the last 30 years,
we just prefer to sit round a table. And,
civilised, social, yeah. So that's what we're going to do.
So this is staying here now. We're forgetting the armchairs because I don't think we'd use them anyway. It gives us so much more space under the window.
It's another time when you live with things and put things in before you finish to see how it suits your style of living and life, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I'm really glad in a way that we didn't quite get there for Christmas because we'd have moved all the furniture in and sat there and thought, a bit awkward over there.
So we've still got our kitchenette here, which is still a work in progress. Our dining table, it'll seat 6 people.
Yeah, it does extend.
We don't have that many friends.
We don't intend to have.
And then we're going to put a wooden floor in this part, because this actually slopes. So there used to be animal troughs along here, and I guess for swilling them out or whatever, but this slopes down quite a bit. So we're going to level this and put a nice wooden floor. Then over that side, we're going to put a coir carpet, cocoa coir. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's lovely stuff. It's like this mat in there. Can you see that? I don't know. We'll show you in a bit anyway. So the next thing we want to do, obviously, those of you who saw the previous ones, we've started on this wall over here, working our way towards the door. I just put some plaster on the wall behind the door that was in need of, and we're slowly working our way around. But I think what we're going to do, and as you'll see in a minute as well, we're going to finish off that wall. In fact, I'll turn the camera around now, so that makes sense. So this is looking from exactly the other direction. So this is the wall we've been working on. We've got up to here. This is the bit I filled in because we're having that plastered like this. So I got a first coat on that. I'm going to finish that off first. Then we're going to point round the door. Then we're going to oil all the ceiling. Then I can start and get rid of this lot. Start on the floor over there because this is for the floor or part of the floor. And then we can do this wall. And then pretty much it's finished. Easier said than done. But that's where we're at the moment anyway. So we are pretty close. We can still use the room. We've still got the fire. We've got a kitchen downstairs, as you know. But it's coming along, and you know what? It's going to look absolutely stunning. We're really happy with it. So the entrance is obviously here. We've got another entrance there as well, and this is where we're going to put the coir running up there, because that leads to the bedroom and bathroom over there. Yeah, we actually found a place that will cut it to size, so we're going to go for 1.2 metres wide, which is about 4 foot. And then obviously as we're coming in, we're not going to have to wear shoes in it, because we've got lovely wooden floors all the way through. And we're toying with the idea, we've got a spare railway sleeper outside, about putting the railway sleeper here as a bench you can sit on to take your shoes off when you come in. It'll also divide the room up nicely as well. We need to do a bit of a wood store over there as well, so maybe do a similar on the other side. We're still playing with those ideas, we're still living with it. But yeah, that's where we're at. So the first job, get the final coat on this. I've got my hawk, I've got my trowel. I'm going to give it a scrape first actually, and then see if we can get some more stuck on the wall. So typically, I'm done up to here, just got that bit to do. Didn't quite mix enough stuff, did I? I usually mix miles too much. So I'm going to knock up a bit more for that last bit. Right, okay, it's done. The hole in the floor, if you remember, we actually started on that, but I haven't got enough stuff to do that, but we've got a good bit of it filled in. In fact, let's point it over there. Yeah, we've got this mystery hole in the floor here. We don't know what was here. But yeah, it was a big lump. It's obviously had something coming up for here in the past. Maybe when this used to be a door, they used to chuck hay down there, who knows. But we started filling it in and I've run out of stuff and I'm not mixing anymore. It can wait till we do the next lot. But yeah, we're getting there. So, as you can see from the images, we've done quite a lot of work on this. Unfortunately, as we've said before, it was at a time when we weren't recording, we just took loads of pictures for our own records. But, as I also said, the same's going on in the big house, the main house there, so there's going to be lots more to come. Excuse this stuff, it's all stuff that's being used at the minute. But the next job, Sharon's going to point up all around this door, make it nice and pretty, like that bit there. Then we can line wash, finish this off round there. This wall's ready for line washing now. I've plastered it, and then we're going to have a nice wavy, arty edge up the side and up the top of that bit there. So there's not actually that much more to do really. So without further ado, let's crack on. So Sharon's going to crack on with the pointing, and I'm going to make a back for this cupboard. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a strip up each side. I'm going to rip this down on the table saw into thinner pieces, stick them to the vertical sides, and then I'm just going to T&G it like the wall basically. I need to cut out holes in it for my taps, for my sink taps to turn them on and off, and for the hot water regulator, and for the waste for the sink as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is get this ripped down and get them stuck in place so I can fix my boards to it. As you can see, it's a beautiful day out here. This is just an off cut, but it's a perfect length It's 94mm wide. I'm going to cut it into 3, which is 2 cuts. The blade's 3mm wide, so if I take 6mm off that, is 88. Divide that by 3, and that's the width of my cut. I'll have to get my calculator out for that though. It's just under 30 in it. 29. Let's do it at 29. It doesn't actually matter if one's slightly different. It's only to nail the boards onto. So I've set my saw. Right, one cut done, one cut to do. There we go, they look pretty the same to me. Right, let's go and see about getting them in. So all I'm going to do is glue them and nail them through to the side here. I'm going to have to do this one in 2 pieces because of the waist. And I just need to cut a little bit off the length. The other side is just one complete length, and I'll put a stud in the middle at the bottom. I've got one at the top already. I don't need a full length in the bottom. Let's, yeah, did I say I was going to glue them and nail them? So dead easy, cut them to length, bang, 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 and then get them in. So I've got all my bits. A long one for this side, and then 2 short ones to go around my waist. There's a bit I cut out for my waist, can go in the bottom. So I've got no waist. Luckily, when I repaired that hole in the floor yesterday, I only did half a job, so I can still get my airline up for me nail gun. Sometimes things work out.
Well, I've been out gathering stones. I've got my little bucket. I've got my mix. I've wet it. Well, just this bit because it dries out so quickly. So we're on it. Come back and see me later.
And I'm under the sink. One of my favourite places. I'm just going to put a bead of glue on these. It's only the back of a cupboard, it's not too crucial. I've got my egg nailer. I'm just going to hold it there and whack a couple of nails in it. I'll carry on and get all of it done. So we're progressing well. I've now come to the bit where I need to leave access for me to get to my taps and my valve there, my thermostatic control valve, which I put 2 uprights in, one there and one there. So I'm going to leave this area here open so I can get access to my taps easily. Then I also need to think about the waste for the sink, which is just there with a little rag sticking out of it, and bring that up a bit as well. So I'm probably going to cut a couple of shorter lengths and get some in, and then look at sorting that waste out. Right, so the waste trap's on the sink. I need to connect it back through there to run behind this cladding and join up with that where that rag is there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut all the pieces first, make sure it all fits nicely, and then glue them all together. So my pipes are cut, don't know if you can make them out. All working, it's all in, taps on, everything, I think. I'm just going to glue them all together now. What I usually do, if I've got a series of angles, is put a black line where they want to be. So when you glue them, you make sure you get them in the right place. Well, that's the theory anyway. Right, so I'll get them all glued up and get it whacked on. Apologies if it's a bit dark, but no light shines under here. Right, so we're all in. I can't fix the top one yet because my tap connectors are going to probably run through that and then down to my taps here. I can access both my taps, I can access my valve easily. The waste sticking through, it's got a rag in it because it is connected to the sewage, so we don't have any smells coming up. But this will just drop on there when I'm ready to do it. What are we going to do next? I don't know, I'll have a think about it.
Well, that's the top done. I'm just up to here and I ran out of mortar. So we're probably going to have some lunch now and then I'll make another mix. But it looks better already.
I think what I'm going to do next is put the posts in for the doors. Now I have one door here opening this way for the gas bottle and various things, and another door here that's going to open that way. I need to make sure that this is dead level because this is where the hobs go in. So obviously an unlevel hob, all your stuff in your pans, if you're frying stuff, if you're on oil, it all runs to one side. So when I cut these, which I'm probably going to do next, to bring it all exactly perfectly level. In the meantime, I'm going to stick some big black screws through here because it's only nails and a glue, and I didn't get much glue on it, so I want to make sure that it's super solid. There we go, those look quite smart, I think. That'll hold it together for sure. Okay. I'm actually going to put the same in the bottom as well. I quite like that. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, so next, the end's bolted on. I knew this cabinet was going to carry on giving me grief. I've got an old offcut here that used to make a door case and out of ages ago. I'm going to put that in there, like that. But then I want a return on it, so this door, all hinges are fixed to there. Then I need to put a return on it. It should be wide enough, so this door can then hinge off there. I need to work out, because it's a good fit, you see, the things, but I'm going to have to cut it at, I think this angle is 17 degrees that way, so, or that way even. So that one will be at the right angle, and then when this one turns or flips and sits on it, that'll also be at that slightly acute angle. Never was going to be easy this, so I think I'm going to try that next, or I might not. I want to actually put a shelf in here above the bottom of that hole there, so I don't know. No, I'll do this first. Another idea we've got as well, on this end, because it's only a small room, but I'm going to put a fold-up extension to extend the worktop, should it be required. There's little, subtle little design structures. It's great when you build things yourself, you see, you can do all this sort of stuff. No, I'm going to put this in first, and then, because the shelf's not going to be full width anyway, so yeah, we can work around it. Right, next job. The complicated door support piece. Right, so I mark that piece. If I cut it there, it's 25mm thick, so that's 80. When that's off there and that's stuck on the front of there, that'll be 55, and the piece I'm cutting off is 55mm, if that makes any sense at all. So if I cut it at that angle all the way down, flip it around, turn it back, I'll go and cut it and show you what I mean. If you're wondering why I've got 5 coats on, because unlike yesterday, which is beautiful warm, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius, it's now not that cold, but it's blowing a gale, and I'm going to be outside with this saw. What I've done to get this angle right, got my bevel gauge, and I've just set it to the angle of the worktop here. And I'm going to transpose that angle onto my saw blade, so I get it as close as I possibly can. So I'll go and cut it. Right, okay, so I've just clamped it together. You see that? It's pretty good, that actually. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to fix a piece at the bottom to fix the bottom in place, and then I can pull this top down because it's just a little bit higher this side here. So, but first up, what I need to do is, if I can get it out, is fix this joint. I'm probably going to glue it and nail it through this way, just to hold that together. So yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Right, so what I've done, rather than nail it, I've actually screwed it together. It's going to be carrying 2 doors, this, so we want it to be super strong. What I'm going to do also, I've made some little brackets that I'm going to fix to the bottom there, so I can bolt this to the bottom of my unit, and then I'll make a couple more to bolt the top together, so it's going to be an absolute solid. You better swing on these doors when they're on. So I'm going to fix my brackets now to the bottom, get it ready to go in place. So with my brackets on, all I've got to do, is get it in place. And so I'll get some screws in the back, through the back of it. It's going to go like that. So let's get it in. In fact, I just had a bit of a brainwave. I'm going to put the brackets on the top first because it'll be easy to get them in now. Right, brackets on both ends. Now I can put it in. Right, so I've got the bottom in place. Looks pretty good. I've clamped the top exactly where I want it, so I can now screw this through from the back and get that fixed in place. Should be pretty good though, that. Right, so it's in. Fantastic. So the hinges will go on there, and then the doors will swing. This one will open this way, this one will open this way. So I need to put a stop in here for that door to close against, and one in here. But I'm going to build a little shelf in here, a little thing to house these trays. So I think that's probably the next thing to do. I was waiting until we got the cooktop to see how much depth I needed underneath it. So I'll go and check on the size of the drawers, and then look at perhaps getting this bit done in here.
Right, back on with the rest of it now. Hopefully get all this done today. I've just cleaned off the beam, the bit that I did earlier. Yeah, it's looking good. It's so tedious though, finding the right stone to fit in these holes, but we're getting there.
Right, okay. I'm not going to do this side yet, because we need to get some more drawers, different drawers. I don't want to do it until I've actually physically got the drawers, so I can build it to the exact size that I need. But I think I'm probably going to go for a shelf in the back of here first. But meanwhile, over at the door, so hard to get the light right in here. We've got a bit of an issue with this gap and this foam here where this reveal is. So what I'm going to do, I've just cut these. I'm just going to pin these couple of pieces to there like that, which will close that gap nicely, make it easy to point in, and yeah, finish it off quite nicely. So I'll go and get the compressor fired up, get the nail gun out and get these fixed on, and then Sharon can carry on with the pointing. Coming on though, coming on slowly. Just painstaking, painful. So I've got the bottom one on, just gonna, as usual, glue it and nail it. I know we've said in the past about this wood being different colours, but it will, I promise, all end up the same colour one day, and we've got time. Right, bit of glue on there. Here's my piece for the top. So, just whack some nails in so it's straight. That's it. There it is now. Sharon's got a nice clean edge she can go up to. rather than having to mess about over all that foam and stuff. This bit here, we're just going to have to fill that in because we need clearance for the bolt to come, because it comes right through there. But we'll just touch that up now. I'm locked in now. Okay, onwards and upwards. So my shelf is made. I cut it out, an offcut of OSB, because I want to make sure I've got enough of this stuff. I've only got one sheet left. I need to build a box for this, and I need to make this extension hinge up, fold up part for this side out of it. I don't really want to buy any more because it's quite expensive, and this is scrap, so we're going to use that. So all I need to do now is make some runners for either side for it to sit on. So I'll go and cut those. Right now, I've got my supports cut, one for each end, one for in the middle on the back wall, and I'm going to put this across the front to disguise the fact that it's sterling board. You won't be able to see when everything's on it, and it'll also help to stop any bow in it as well. So I need to fix the sides, get it in place, fix the back one. I'm just going to nail and glue them, and then pop the front on, and we'll see what it looks like when it's all in place. Okay, so shelf is in. Looks good, works as well. I think what I'm going to do, if you remember under the fridge here there's a double socket, obviously one for the fridge to plug into, but I think I'm going to make a hole through it and run the wire through, so that NAF rechargeable vacuum cleaner there, which we use for the fire, for cleaning up the bits of ash that gets spilt, that can live inside this cupboard as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Right, so I've just taken the vacuum cleaner charging thing to bits. It's just a plug that pushes into the base. I do things like this, you know. So all I need to do now is drill a little hole for that to go through, and I can push that through into my cupboard there. This can be fixed in place in the cupboard, and we've got our mini rechargeable vacuum cleaner charging in the cupboard and not on display, because it's not very pretty, you know. Right, so I'm going to get a drill big enough to drill a hole for that. There we go, vacuum cleaners installed and charging. You can see the red light. We're making super progress at the moment. That side's ready for the door to go on now. I need to think about the other side and get these drawers and things, but yeah, I'll have to take a trip to the big town one day to get those soon. And Sarah made a fab job on this door. We've got a corner here now. Excellent. And that strip of wood I put in absolutely worked wonders, made it dead easy for her to get on the stuff in. Just the bottom bit now, from here down to the floor to do, then over the railway sleeper on that side. But we may finish whitewashing this first before we go up there, lime washing it, whitewashing it. But yeah, good day, a good few days we've had.
Well guys, that's the end of another video. Oh dear, I can't even remember what we did to begin with. This new format is really working for us, by the way.
Yes, it is.
It's much better.
Gives us a lot more time to enjoy a bit of life as well.
Yeah. I think actually it was showing you how far we'd come, I think. From...
Yes, we put all the clips in. Yes, we've come a long way.
Yeah, that's right, because it's coming to the end of the year.
It is, and yeah, we've come a long way, and we're still coming along. Still got a long way to go, but we are getting there, aren't we?
We are.
We're nearly ready for the floor in here.
Yeah.
Nearly. So yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's new year. What's it?
It's the 29th when you see this.
This will go out, yeah. So all we can do really is wish you all a fantastic, happy, healthy, prosperous, lovely new year.
Absolutely.
We're going to try our best ourselves, and hope that 2022 is a little bit better for everyone than this year's been with it. The last 2 years.
COVID disappears completely. That'd be brilliant.
Yeah. So our next video will be on Sunday. What date's that?
The 2nd of January? Yeah, 2nd
in
of
the
January.
New Year.
It'll be the 2nd of January.
So yes, so thanks thanks guys for watching so much. Thanks as always to all our new subscribers. We started the channel beginning of April. We've now got 1,800 subscribers.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much.
So yeah, if you enjoyed it, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the little red button down there, over there I think it is, and check the little bell, select all, and YouTube will notify you every time we upload a video. So yeah, thanks to everyone, thanks to all the people who have supported us massively. You know, we couldn't do it without you, and we'll see you in 2022.
Happy New Year.